Now, it's been a rocky week for Boeing. The Dow component is down about 1.5%, though that's still back from the lows we saw a few days ago. Weighing on the stock this week, issues surrounding the 737 MAX, of course. Here are some of the latest developments. S&P placed Boeing's ratings on Credit Watch negative. Southwest and American said they're discussing compensation from Boeing for their mounting costs, and Boeing CEO said he's certain the MAX will fly again. As we head into the weekend, though, the company's focus is temporarily on a different plane, one Boeing would really like to get a win on. Phil LeBeau joins us now from Everett, Washington, with more. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Will, if we're not talking about the MAX, we're talking about the 777X. This is Boeing's next airplane, and it is scheduled to make its first flight today. You might be saying, well, what's the 777X all about? Think about the 777, which is a wide body, a popular wide body that the company has been selling for a couple of decades now. Now you're going to have the 777X slightly longer, slightly wider, passengers up to 360, depending on the configuration of the particular airline. They already have 340 orders for this, a little over 300 of those being firm orders, with deliveries that were supposed to begin this year. Now it's been pushed back to next year. At least that's the plan here. This is a program that has had a number of issues that has slowed the development of the 777X. We're showing you the wingtips here. They fold up because these wings, they're composite wings. They're 11 feet longer than the current 777 wings. And there was a concern by a number of airlines, well, is this going to fit into a gate at a particular airport? That's why you have the wingtips that fold up. And again, the development slowed by a number of issues, including the new GE9X engines. Now, these are huge engines that are being developed and were developed for the 777X. They will power the airplane. This will be the first time we see these in action when the first flight happens a little later on today. And remember, this is an airplane that still must be certified by the FAA. The significance of this first flight today, guys, this begins the flight test sequence. And that's when the FAA, working with Boeing, will make sure that this plane meets all of the standards it is supposed to meet. You have to wonder if that process will be slowed down a little bit because the FAA, under the scrutiny following the MAX issue, will likely be much more rigorous than perhaps they might have been in the past.
Phil, we know, of course, from the 737 MAX that plane, one of the reasons it ran into problems was that plane was meant to be a slightly longer haul version of its predecessor. Clearly, some of that applies to this 777X as it relates to its predecessor. Does it include some of the other issues, like therefore needing to move the wings further forward and therefore needing to have software that might offset any potential problems, or is that not applicable at all to this plane?
That is not applicable. MCAS was developed for the 737 MAX, and that is at the heart of the problems with you when you look at the MAX right now. The issues in terms of the development of the 777X have to do with, when they were doing some fuselage testing, the GE9X engine, all of that slowed down the process. Remember, this is a plane that they first introduced in 2013. Deliveries were supposed to begin this year. This first flight was supposed to happen last year. But all airplane programs tend to be a little bit slower than initially planned. But clearly, the issues with the MAX have further delayed to a certain extent Boeing's efforts when it comes to getting the 777X off the ground. And again, the first flight's scheduled to happen 10 a.m. Seattle time. We'll see if that happens. We've been waiting on the weather. As you know, we were out here yesterday. We'll see if it happens today.